Hello friends, welcome to Tech Easy YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to troubleshoot basic Linux issues. Okay, so we are going to troubleshoot issues that we can face during the boot time of Linux. So in most of the time in production or in test environment, when we work with Linux, then somehow we corrupted the some file system which which are in boot directory and we get issues like this, not able to load or find vmlinuz file. It means kernel file. Sometimes we corrupt the kernel file, and sometimes we by mistake we delete initramfs.image, or sometimes our system, we don't know why our system is not able to load initram file system, and sometimes we face the Ctrl+D error, and sometimes we forget the root password, and sometimes we our Grub Bootloader is not work, and we are unable to load our system. So our agenda of today video is like troubleshooting these all errors and without any single data loss. So here we are going to troubleshoot all these errors without data loss in minimum downtime. You can also show. So if these system are running in production environment, then it's required to solve all these problems in minimum downtime and without any single data loss. Okay, so our objective is we have to troubleshoot without data loss and in minimum downtime. So solving these types of error, if you face this error, not able to find kernel VM Linux file, then in RHEL 8 and RHEL 9, you can use either kernel. If you want to recover this kernel, then you can use the two different methods. Like you can use rescue mode by using, we are going to use rescue mode. Okay. So rescue mode can be implemented in two ways. Like in modern, I talk about the modern RHEL 8 and RHEL 9, then there is one more kernel file already comes with these operating systems like RHEL 8 and RHEL 9. We can just boot by using that kernel file, or and we are able, we go into the rescue mode and we troubleshoot this problem, and we recover our kernel file. Okay, and we can also by using, like here by using second kernel, or and second method available is like first here I first is by using second kernel, and second one is, by using the CD or USB drive. Okay. So these two methods are available for solving these first two errors. Okay. So if we face these two errors, basically these two errors are maybe sometimes interdependent, but maybe you can face this error alone. So I will discuss every aspect how this error can occur and how we can solve it in very easy manner. And we are also going to discuss and solve these control the errors. Okay. So for solving all these errors, we must have knowledge of basic Linux boot procedure. Okay. So what is the basic boot procedure for a Linux operating system or any Windows-based operating system? So step 1 to 3, or we can say 4 each. 1 to, sorry, here I have a mistake. Right. Okay. So these 4 steps are 3 steps are same for any operating system. These 3 steps are same for any operating system. Like when we press power button or just click on start VM, then first of all post operation is performed like power on self test. Here our hardware is checked, required hardware is checked like a mouse, RAM, hard disk, and many more. And then our BIOS, which is basic input output system, or UFI firmware is loaded. Okay, and then here also some first of all like these step 1 and step 2 are associated, but post operation uh, is also two types post operation. Like first post operation check for the required hardware, and then after BIOS also perform a post operation, which is required which is required to load MBR and other like it checks for boot sequence and boot mode and is all in the case all hardware are required or optional devices are available or not. This basically here main difference is it check the all the required hardware. If all the required hardware is not present, then it's not going to boot into BIOS also. But when BIOS post operation is going to perform, then it's check for the only optional hardware and optional feature which is available in BIOS. Okay, it post check the BIOS different settings and then accordingly load it. Okay, if any other special permission is not set in BIOS, then it's load the default MBR file, which is a master boot record file. This is the master boot record. This is a 512 MB block, very small block, which is located in our disk. Okay, and MBR master boot record contain the information about the bootloader. Like if if we have Linux operating system, then according to the Linux version, like in older version, Linux loader is used for as a bootloader for Linux, and In some in middle, Grub is also used as a bootloader, but in nowadays Grub 2 is used as a bootloader in RHEL 8 and RHEL 9. Okay, and if we have Windows operating system, then winload.exe is the latest, and NTLDR and many other bootloader are also used in uh, some years ago. Okay, so here we are specifically talking about the Linux. So in Linux, we are talking about the Grub 2. Okay, because Grub 2 is the bootloader which are currently used in RHEL 9 and also in RHEL 8. Okay, so what will happen after loading the bootloader? Basically, after having bootloader like Grub 2 have all the records. Like if you booted in the dual mode, then it's also have record of Windows bootloader and it's the current operating system like Linux based of any Linux based operating system. Okay, and it's load the kernel. Basically, grub file contain the record where kernel is located and what are the required drivers which must be loaded and what are the options which must be present in grub bootloader. Okay, so we will discuss detail about grub and also the kernel file in it and about initram file during the troubleshooting the during the this troubleshooting. Okay, but these are the some basic knowledge which which are required knowledge to troubleshoot these types of errors. Without this knowledge, we are not able to understand why we are doing these steps to solving these problems. Okay, so after loading the kernel by using the initramfs images file, it started the first master process, which is the system D, and it's a mount fstab file and work according the entries of fstab and many more files. Okay, so here basically this step after step 5, these steps are very complex steps. Okay, actually in actuality every step is so complex, but here many of the operation is performed concurrently. Okay, so this is the basic Linux boot procedure. Okay, so first of all, we are going to troubleshoot this. Like somehow we corrupted our kernel file or we deleted the kernel file. Then how we can solve in minimum downtime? Like we can use for solving this error. We can use two modes. As I already discussed, we can solve it by using uh, kernel rescue mode or by using the CD/USB rescue mode. Okay, so first of all, let's start with our video and start our virtual machine. Okay, as I already have my virtual machine here, put it and just go here and live start this virtual machine. Okay, as I already shown the process how we can just create a virtual machine if you don't know how to create virtual machine. Okay, just wait for a few seconds. It will start my Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. Here you can simply see that my current version is 9.2, which is latest at this time, and it's loading right now. and we don't face any error during the boot time. Okay, it means my system is currently working fine, but we will purposefully create error, like we delete the kernel file. Okay, and then we see what error we are going to face and how we can troubleshoot that error. So video will little bit longer, but if you see it completely, then I am damn sure you are also able to solve all these types of errors in your work environment or in your test environment. Okay, so now it's fine. Our OS is loaded successfully. So you can see that right now our RHEL 9.2 is working fine. So what we are going to do? We are going to just delete or just deleting the kernel file. Okay, just switch to the root user. Okay, uh, we switch to the root user. While my phone is ringing. Okay, so just go to the first of all use the PWD. Okay, we are here and so just go here. Now just give PWD ls and basically all these kernel file and initramfs file system are located in the boot file. So it's already understandable if we are going to troubleshoot any boot issues, then it very much must be associated with the boot directory. Okay, because boot directory contains all the required files which is required during the boot time. Okay, so just to go into the boot. Okay, now you can simply see that. Okay, here we have two kernel files. Second kernel is for rescuing the first kernel. If our main kernel, like this kernel, got corrupted or got deleted somehow, then we can recover by using this kernel. Okay, by using the kernel rescue mode. Okay, let's delete this. Delete this kernel file vmlinuz. Okay, and hit enter. ls. Now we successfully deleted this file. Now we are going to reboot this operating system. Okay, and we see during the boot time if we are going to face any error or not, and if we are going to face any error, then how we can resolve that. So here we purposefully deleted our main kernel. Okay, let's enter reboot. Okay, it's saying system will reboot now, and it can take 30 seconds to 1 minute based on your server configuration. Like in my VM, I only gave the 2 GB of RAM and two processors, so it can be bit slow. Okay, now it's booting. So let's see what we are going to face. They're saying Grub is loading. Here, it's saying what it's saying. We can simply see that it's saying, like it's saying here you can see that vmlinuz file is not found. Okay, either grub code loader I386. You need to load kernel first. Press any key to continue. If you press any key, if we press any key, it's not matter. It's not matter. Basically, we are not going to bypass this step. So how we can solve this? Okay, sorry. So how we can just for solving this issue, just first come out of here, and we have to just reboot this. Okay, now it's rebooting. Now here we can see that we have two options. Second one is rescue. So either we can choose first one, either we can choose second one. So here we are facing the problem with first one, which is the main kernel file. But here we are going to use the rescue kernel. Okay, now press enter just. Okay, press enter and just wait for some few moments to load your second kernel. My system is little bit slow, so don't panic. Okay, it's loaded. Now you can say that we have the same screen which successfully recovered from that error, but each we in actual each we successfully recovered from that error. Actual answer is no. If we um, load from the default, which is the main kernel file, then we are going to face the same issue. But here we use the rescue kernel move. Okay, so that we can got we here got all all complete access of our system. Now we have a window to troubleshoot the main kernel. So here we are going to see how we can easily troubleshoot that. So first of all, let's switch to the root. Okay, enter your root password. Now just go to the cd. Now go to MNP and ls. Now hit pwd. Okay, we have to go into the boot, not in MNP. Okay, just let it be. No, that give ls. So here we can see we have only one kernel, which is the rescue kernel. So how we can just install the second kernel by using the this rescue kernel. Okay, first of all, let's check lsdlk output. Okay, we have already mounted the operating system like basewares. Okay, we have our cd. Like in both case, we cd is required. like ISO image is required. But here we did not loaded with the ISO image. Here we use the just VM like rescue kernel mode. Okay, like here if we can directly download the kernel RPM file, vmlinuz RPM by using the internet. But let we are going in this. Okay, so we are just going to use the find command here. Find and paste the complete path. Okay, and we are going to search for the name. Here, not file. Just I forget about the this. So we are going to find here like kernel string. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now just it's already mounted. Basically, you note here. My CD is already mounted, but if you did not have any mounted CD, then first of all we need to mount it here. Okay. So now what we can do, we can just go here and see for the package kernel. Okay, this is the package here. This package is present here. Now we can just copy the complete path by using Ctrl+C, and you can use command rpm-iph. Okay, and now hyphen force. Okay, it's successfully installed, and one more file which is required to install here, which is okay, core file. Okay, now just copy this file and also install this file by using the rpm command, rpm-ivh. You can just download this from by using the internet also. Okay, and you can install this rpm file. Just this rpm file required to be installed in your system, and wait for a few moments because this command will take 30 seconds to 1 minute of time to complete. Okay, so please be patient. Okay, meanwhile, let's I turn off my camera. Okay, it's installing. Okay, wait for some few more moments to complete this command. Okay, now this is completed. Now we have to execute one more command, yes, grub to, and we can just press grub to and clear config. Grub to mk config and -o for output where here go to the mnp, go to grub to, and here in grub.cfg. Okay, So this file need to be regenerated. So hit enter. What is saying? No such file or directory. Okay, that's cool. Okay, just copy this command. Okay, just pwd here, and here we are in wrong directory. So just use the cd. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry guys. Basically, this must be present not in mnt. It will be in boot. Okay. Okay, now it's generating the grub configuration file. Okay. Now it's done. Now just see the output. Let cd boot and ls here. So here we can simply see that our kernel file is regenerated. Okay. Now this time reboot. We reboot the system. Okay. To see each problem is persistent or we solve the problem. We can see that our Red Hat Linux 9.2 is booting. Okay. Till now we don't face any any error related to vmlinuz file not found. Okay. So let's see is our yes. Now you can simply see that we are loaded with our main kernel file. Okay. So we successfully troubleshooted the main file in main error which we can face during the any production time or during the test time. Okay. Now we are going to troubleshoot the second issue which we can face during the in our production or any test environment. Okay, let's switch to root. Okay, just pwd here. Okay, cd. Okay, click here ls. Okay, now go to the boot. Okay, now we can see that here we have initramfs file. Like we have here three initramfs file. So this is the main initramfs file. Okay, and this is the dump initramfs file image. Okay, and this is for rescue kernel. Okay, let's suppose we deleted the main initramfs file image file. Okay, so what issue we are going to face and how we can solve that? Basically, we can solve the issue of initramfs like here. If we got this issue, like not able to initialize or load initramfs, or sometimes it's give initramfs not found. Okay, so we can solve this same issue in the same manner, exactly same manner, because when we reinstall vmlinuz file, then it's going to install the initram is going to generate the initram fs image also automatically. We don't need to regenerate. But for solving this specific error, we can just we have to just regenerate the initram fs dot image file. Okay, but we can follow the exact same procedure for solving this error because behind the scene it's automatically regenerate the init RAM system when we install a Linux kernel. Okay, so without wasting time, let's start for the solving next error. Okay, just give command rm hyphen rf and delete the main init RAM fs file. Okay, more command ls command output. Okay, sorry. Okay, now we can see that dump is here, but our man init RAMFS file is deleted here. Now just give the rib command and wait to see if our system is loading properly or not. Okay, so wait for some few moments. As you already know, my system is bit slow because my VM has layers of configuration because I configured many of the VM. Okay, now you can see Grub is loading right now. That it's saying Kernel Panic not syncing. BFS unable to mount root FS on unknown block 00. So not only saying press any key, kernel panic not syncing. So this error is also known as kernel panic error. Okay, this is same because it's not able to load the initram fs image file. Okay, so let's see how we can troubleshoot by using. Here we are going to use the kernel mode, kernel rescue mode because it's take less downtime. Okay, you can also go with the by using the bootable USB RCD drive. You can take help of this. Okay, I will show sometime after some time how you can use the bootable drive to done the same steps which I done by using the kernel rescue mode. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go here. Okay, magic. Go here. Okay, now what we can do? We have to just reboot this. Okay, go here and just give the power off signal. Now just need to power on this machine. Okay, wait for the system to come up and we choose the second kernel, which is rescue kernel for resolving this issue. Okay, so wait for some few moment. Okay, now just go here and use the Red Hat Enterprises Rescue kernel. Okay, now hit enter. It will take some few moments. Okay, so troubleshooting this type of issue always require patience. So please make sure you have patience. Okay, our OS is now booted. Yes, I'm going to log in with. Okay, now here we are into our way. So now cd boot, cd boot ls. So as we deleted the actual RAM, actual initramfs file. Okay, now we have only two initramfs, which is first one is for rescue kernel and second one is called dump image. Okay, so let's see how we can install just. So for installing this, we can just use the Dracode command. Okay, Dracode hyphen r. Okay, we want to regenerate this. Okay, you can just get the same name from here. Okay, and then paste here. Okay, it's not basically what copy it. Okay, now just put the .img here. As we already know, this is the same name. Okay, so we just put it here. Just we give command like draw code generate this file. Okay, and here also the version which we want to generate. We generate basically. Okay, okay. So we have to just remember that this is the correct syntax or right syntax for draw code command. This is the syntax. Okay, here we just put the file which we want to regenerate and here file name and here this is the current version or current you can say current kernel version for which we are going to regenerate the initram fs image file. Okay, just hit enter and this command will do all the required things. We don't have to do anything. Okay, just wait for a few moments. It will take 1 to 2 minutes of time. We can solve the same problem by just removing and reinstalling the kernel file. When we reinstall this kernel file, then initramfs image is automatically generated by the system. We don't have to do anything. When we just follow, when we just install this and we regenerate the graph file, then we can just reboot the system. I will show how you can do it after executing this droplet command. Okay, you can just recover this issue uh, in the same manner by which you recover the kernel kernel file. Okay, but the command is just for specifically to generate the initramfs. Okay, just give ls command. Now you see the magic. This is here. Now, if we reboot this, then I hope we are successfully able to solve this kernel panic issue. Okay, okay. As now we solve these two problems. These two problems can be solved in exact same manner, but for specifically, I follow the exact right procedure how you can solve the kernel panic error or initramfs file missing or unable to load initramfs file error by using the Dracode command. So what is the exact command for this? You have to use Dracode command for this. Okay. Although you we can follow. Okay. The same steps as kernel recovery file because it's because installing the kernel file regenerate regenerate the unique file address image automatically. Okay, so we can solve problem number two in many ways, but specifically here I show the dropout command by which you can solve this kernel panic error. Okay, you can also follow the same steps of problem one to solve this problem also. And now third one is unable to mount any file system. Still, this type of error we faced when we gave a entry in fs tab file, and we by mistake we just deleted the current mount point and the devices which is mounted to this directory. Okay, So in that case, how we can solve those problems we are also going to see in the same video. Okay, so without wasting time, let's see is our okay. Now you can simply see that I did not do anything and my system is loaded from its by default user, not by default user, by using default kernel or by using the main kernel. Okay, now we are moving to the problem number three, which is the basically control the which is the basically when we face these types of here this test is the just a simple file. This is basically also known as the control D error. And I already discussed how why we face this issue because we put a entry in FS tab and we by mistakenly we our system is by mistakenly we deleted the device associated with this test file test directory and we unmounted this. Okay, but due to the entry in FS tab now when we reboot our system is going to find the control D error. Our system is going to find this directory and associated devices. But if it not present there, then it will going to give the control D error. Okay, let's see. The scenario in which we can get this control D error. Okay, okay. Yeah. Now go here. Just first switch to the root. Okay. Now we are now we have just check the output of LSBL. Right? We have the SDA drive, which is in size, which has size 2 GB, is mounted in MNT. Okay. Let's check the output of TF-H. Okay. 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 This is the device. So, by suppose by mistake, we deleted the mount point. Okay. Let me show. Oh, we deleted this mount point RM by using RM hyphen RF MNP. It's saying device is switching. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's zoom out. Okay. We unmounted the MNP. Is now if we reboot now, is we are going to face any issue? No, because our device is also present and also a first you can just here cat DC FS cat. Okay, now you can see the uh, permanent entry is present here in dev SDA. So if device is also there and mount point is also there, then it's going to just mount this device dev SDA to MNT and we don't face any error. But when we are going to face error, if we don't face error in this scenario, okay. Let's suppose just give a command like update dev just be a. Okay. Okay. Just will be hit enter. Okay. Just give him also all the information. Okay. Just give an just give p hit enter. It means we okay. Now hit W. Okay. Now we can see the output of the FFNGT. Okay, DFFNH. Okay. Now we can say that dev MNT is not present here and it's not mounted anywhere. Also, we change the uh, type of dev MNT. If let's check the LSB output. Okay, now you can see that this is not mounted and just there is a disk present and also this type is not XFS. As per our FS tab record, our system will search for a dev SDA device which is must be mounted at MNT, and if it's not mounted, then if MNT is present, then it will mount to MNT, and it must be also type of XFS type and all the all default options. Okay, but right now we have dev SDA device, but it's not a XFS type, and it's also not mounted to MNT. Although MNT is there, but it's not a XFS type. So let's reboot our system and let's see what we are going to face and how we can just solve that issue. Okay, so wait to system come up with control D error. And now we see how we can resolve that. So wait for some few moments and let's pause this video until it's giving give root password for maintenance. Okay, and it's saying you are in emergency mode after logging in type generalctl xb to view the system logs. Okay, and the systemctl reboot to reboot and systemctl default or exit to boot into the default mode. Give root password for maintenance. And it's the control D error. So if you face this type of error, then what you just give the root password here. Okay, and hit enter. Now you logged in into the maintenance mode. Okay, or you can just say emergency mode. Just give the uh, general CTL command, general CTL hyphen XB, as it already shown here. You have to just copy paste here. Okay, now it will show why we face this problem. Okay, what is saying? Waiting for cleaner. Okay, it's very long. So here's queue and one more time. Type it more. And let's try to, as we already know what is the case, but here we are trying to find out what what will happen with our system. So why we are facing this error. So just if this is also giving very heavy output, so we can just Let we have a doubt like we can face this type of issue. Then what we can do right now? We can just grab the okay, what we can grab right now. We have to just let grab the errors. Okay, it's saying okay. We got it. It's saying the Mount MNT wrong file system type bad option bad super block on dev SDA. Okay. As I already know but what is the problem? But by using this general CTL-XB and by gripping the error, we got the exact error, right? Like we have MNT there, yes, but it has wrong file system type. It's not XFS type. It means here bad super block is written in dev SDA. It means it got the exact device and exact mount point, but file system type is different. So how we can solve it? Just right now we just want to skip from there, and then after going there we just see the all those. So how we can just bypass this? Okay, for bypassing we can do that. Let the mount give the command mount hyphen o remount. Okay, remount the root directory. Okay, okay. Now give command ls. Okay, what we have to do? It is not present here. Now let's give a command like find root name etc. Okay, etc is present here, so just press Ctrl+C and let vi the etc fs type. Sorry, it's not here. Give the ls command one more time. No, ls. Okay, that's it. We are here. Now just vi the etc fs type. Okay, this is not here also. Okay, go to the etc ls here. Okay, now see each fs tab is present here by using find command. Okay, just see it very carefully. I hope fs tab is present here. Okay, okay, now it's here. So this line is casing error. Right now we don't want to experiment much here, so we just put a comment here before the SD. Now just go into the insert mode and okay, just comment, put a comment here. Just WQ enter. Okay, now it's written. Now just check. the first step. Okay, now it's commented. Okay, it's good. Now just give the command reboot. Okay, let's see. We got the same error or not. So how if we get this error, then how we can resolve it? So when our system comes up, then we can just reformat it into the same file system type, and then that's it. And we can comment out that there is the XFS line. Okay, just we need to reformat the DevSDA device into the XFS type of file system and uncomment those. So that's it. We can solve this type of error. Now we are going to solve. Let's suppose we forget the root password. Okay, okay. In some cases we forget the password. Then what I can do? Then what we can do? So that's this type solving this types of error is I don't say very easy, but it's easy. This is not a flaw. Basically, this is a feature which is given by the RHEL9 for administrators to reset the root password. Okay. So this is not a flaw. First of all, remember this. This is not an hacking, not an not a hacking RHEL9. It's a feature. Okay. For administrator. So some kids know this. I had the real line how to input password and test, but this is the real line feature. Okay, so let's concentrate on problem before. So how we can solve it? We just go in the single user mode for solving this problem. Single user mode. Okay, so let's go into our VM. Okay, right now our VM is successfully loaded. So we don't face the control-D error at this time. But now we are going to see how we can correct that. So at that time we just bypass the control-D error. Okay. Just open the terminal. Now put okay. Let's see and give the root password. Okay, sorry. Hey, okay. Now we are there. Oh, okay. Just go into full screen mode. Give command lsblk. Okay. Just format it to the acceptance tab. First of all, let's see the output of catch etc. Acceptance tab. Okay. Now we are into etc. Acceptance tab. Go into the insert mode. Put back comment and press escape, WQ, hit enter. Now see the output of the FFNH. Okay, now give command mk fs dot xfs harvest device dev sdv. Okay, give the hyphen f option at force. Okay, now just mount it to the mount the SDA to MNT. Okay, now with the output of the FFNH. Okay, that's it. MNT is mounted and file system is also file system type is XFS. Okay, okay, just we successfully record the error. It's basically required the control the error, not this. For this, for breaking the root password, like for breaking the root password. Okay, lest we forget the root password. We just going to reboot this. So in the same time, we also break the root password and we see is we are successfully able to bypass the control D error. Like first time we just bypass the control D error. Now just we correct the error actual reason why we are why we are going to face this error. We just corrected the actual error. Now we are just going to now we just going to break the root password. Okay. So wait for a few moments to system come up with a boot menu. Not boot menu, with bootloader. Bootloader's boot menu. Okay. Wait. Okay. My system is rebooting. So just wait for some few moments. Okay, wait for the Grub boot menu to appear. Taking time. Okay. This just bypasses the all the steps. So one more time we have to reboot because it's now logging in. Okay. So one more time, just ampersand and reboot. Just press E here. It's saying use the upper and lower keys to select which entry highlighter. Press enter to the boot selector here. E to edit the command. Okay. Okay. Just give the int command here. Okay. Now we are here. Now write rd dot break. Okay, now press Ctrl X. Now it's saying grub core script functions dot c find command inside mode. Please in key press any key to continue. Okay, now just we got a emergency mode cell. Okay, this is also as called single user mode cell. Now what we can do here, just give the command mount -o remount sysroot. Okay, now we mounted the to the sysroot. Now what we can do here, just nothing special we have to do. Just we have to change it to the root, like give the command chroot to sysroot. Okay, we got the cell. Now just give the command here pass wd root. Now you can give the new command for root user. The password contain okay. All authentication token updated successfully. Now what we have to do? Let's check the SC Linux status. Okay. Now SC Linux is in disable mode. Okay. Don't need to do anything. Now just create a file which is a hidden file. So just create the re label. Okay, this is the file name which must be created here. Give enter. Okay, sorry, I mistyped. Make sure you write the correct name. Okay, now just need to exit from here and press exit one more time. Log out. Okay, we don't have to do. We successfully altered the root password, or we successfully recovered the our forgotten root user password, or you can say super user password. Now let's it to be reboot. Now let's see the most important. Like this is the worst case which we can face, but this is the easiest. But this is very easy to recover. Worst case, like our Grub bootloader is got corrupted, and we don't getting any screen, and we are al- by default got into the Grub rescue mode. Our system got when we face when our system is not able to load Grub bootloader, then it goes into the rescue Grub rescue mode. Okay, so let's see the five. fifth most important troubleshooting, uh, how we can solve this error. First of all, we create this error and then we we will solve this error. Okay, so go here. Okay, it it is now rebooting. So wait for some few moments. Wait for system to come up with login script. Okay, till now I am pausing my video because you already know my system is bit slow. Okay, now you see grub loading screen. But what we can do if we don't get the grub loading screen and we face the grub rescue error. So for that, keep with my video. I will show you how you can resolve that error. Okay. Okay, let's log in with our root user and by using the our new root user password. Okay, in this manner we can successfully reset the root password also. Okay, okay. Let's try to solve the most important issue. Go here. Go into the root ls here. Okay, let's do full screen mix so that it will be visible to all. Okay, ls here. We can see that here is a grub2 file is located. So this grub2 file, let's go to the grub2 and ls here. It's contain the grub configuration file and several um, also helper files and directory which will help grub to load. But somehow if we just deleted the grub.cfg then we can let's suppose we just deleted the rm, we just use the rm hyphen rf grub.cfg. Okay, ls. Okay, now if we reboot the system then what error we are going to face? It will basically our system is not able to load the grub to bootloader. Okay, but uh, how we can solve this? For this, what we have to do? We have to it's now compulsory to use the bootable media. Okay, to solve this. Let's suppose just come out of here, ls here, and we deleted the complete grub2 file. Now give command ls. Okay, okay, oh yeah, what we will do? So we deleted the complete grub2 file. Now reboot. So let's see what error we are going to see. Right now, this is the worst case. Now this time we are going to face the grab rescue error. Now it's saying grub is loading. But let's see which grub is successfully able to load. Because we deleted the grub to directory completely vanished. So let's see what error it's going to give, what error we are going to see here. Okay, it's trying to load, it's trying to find the grub to, and it's searching. Right now, it's searching all the uh, boot directory, but as we deleted with the rm-rf command, so it's not able to find. So very soon it's going to give a error. Okay, we asked. Now we got the grub rescue error. So what we can do now? So what we can do now? Oh, okay. There are two ways to recover this also, but most probably we are going to use the. We can just solve this problem by using the command line, but it's a bit complex. Okay, so you can solve this issue by just using one single line command with and by using a bootable try or bootable media. Okay, let's try to resolve this. Okay, right click here, go into the setting. First of all, make sure okay CD DVD is mounted. Yes, yes, complete ISO is mounted. Let's increase the some memory size so that it load fast. And here I change to 3072 and here I am going to 6, going to give 6, click on OK, okay, click on OK, okay. Now just go here and power off this machine. Now go here and click on power on to firmware. Click OK. Okay, keep patience. This step can take up to 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so wait for your BIOS menu. Come up here. Okay, till now I will. Now you can see that my VMware is loaded into your file into BIOS. Okay, now it's come with the BIOS screen. It's basically Phoenix BIOS setup utility. So just it's a bit slow here. So just go to the boot option here. Okay, so wait for some moment. Let's It's taking out very slow. Okay. Uh, you can do this step very easily in the virtual box. Like virtual box, already highest gave already highest priority to the CPUD. Okay, but we have to change here. So wait, I need to go to the boot option. I don't know why, but VMware BIOS is very slow, very slow. Okay, now add it to the hard drive. Now change it to the CD-ROM drive. As you can see that it says key to configure devices, enter, expand, and collab devices plus minus, and control enter, expand are plus minus move the device up or down. Okay, so just click on plus. Okay, now you can see that CD-ROM drive is now the top priority. Okay, now just we need to press F10 here. Okay, so wait for some 2 seconds. As I want to show every step to you. Okay, so let's uh, we press the F10 for save energy. So when the screen will come, I will show you. Okay, it will take little bit long time. So now we can just see we are booted with the our attached DVD drive. Now just scroll down and come up to troubleshooting and hit enter. And now we don't want to install Red Hat 9. We just want to rescue a Red Hat Enterprise Linux system. Okay, so just hit enter. Now wait for some few moments. Okay, it's loading. It will take some time. So recovering Grub to bootloader is very easy with the external mounted CD DVD ISO image. So just keep patience. It will loading. Okay, okay, it's loading all the devices. Okay, so this is the last troubleshooting for this video. Video is already very long, so I hope I will able to cover it in 2 hour time span. Okay, so wait, just wait. So press one or continue. Now it's showing to first of all we have to mount it under MNT root. Okay. So it's saying press enter to get a cell. So we get a cell. Now give the command chroot hyphen mnt sysroot. Okay. Okay. Now just it require one command to generate it. First of all, let's check lsblk. Okay. So basically this is the NVMe. This is the current drive uh, where our boot partition is mounted. So we just install. So give the command grub to install mm, grub to install and device name like this is env dev. Let's first check the output of df-h. Okay, okay, it's saying it's mounted. Okay, okay, command grub to install dev. Just we need to make sure we give here the device where mount is where mount point is boot, where boot directory is mount. Okay. So dev nv me 0 and 1 p1. Okay. Now just hit enter. It's saying host D they appear to contain except for the system which is not. So guys, we are getting error. So let me find. Bye bye. Okay guys, me 0 and 1. Okay, device is like NB ME 0 and 1, not that. Okay, okay. This is the right device. Okay. Now just give command grub to mkconfig and just like this is input grub to and grub.cfg. Hit enter. Okay. Now just click on exit, exit, and let's see if we are successfully able to troubleshoot our last problem or not. So guys, that's it for this video. We successfully troubleshooted all these, okay, in the constraint of minimum downtime. Okay, so let's see the output here is we are able, sorry, for closing this screen. Just fast forwarding. I am just powering off this and removing the CD drive. You can also change the priority from BIOS, but for now, just I am removing this hardware from here. Okay, just click on OK. Now just click on power on this virtual machine. Click on OK. So wait for some few seconds. We are able to see if our problem is successfully resolved or not. So guys, that's it. Now you can see that Grub loading screen is here. Now wait for a few moments. If we successfully able to recover the Grub bootloader, then it will go the next option and our system is successfully able to boot. Okay, okay, guys, you can see as we have our bootloader, uh, we can see the both of our Linux kernel which are present in uh, the grub to boot menu. Okay, so we are successfully able to recover the our Linux system from grub rescue. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then hit the like button and also subscribe. Okay. Thanks for watching, friends.